So I heard a lot of talking from Dan Lanning and Oregon Ducks. They used Deion name to pretend there was a rivalry, to talk about Hollywood and everything. So I just watched them play against Idaho, and the score was 14-24. Now, if you're not a football fan like me, and what I mean by you don't count like us, you're a groupie, we're the aficionados. The score, don't let it fool you. It was a pitiful game by Oregon Ducks. Let's look at some of these highlights.
Pressure coming. Gabriel gets it out. And
Horrible.
It's knocked away. Kyron Beach. Eli Cummings
Horrible.
breaks field. Eli Cummings breaks across midfield for the first time today. And he finally... Eli Cummings. Gabriel pressured. Ball comes out. And there's a scrum for it.
This is the team that talked all that crap about Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, give me my theme song.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my...
So we're watching the Oregon Ducks go through a whiff-a-raw with Deion Sanders last year. He was popping and saying a lot of things at the mouth, and the score, ladies and gentlemen, was abysmal, bro. I can't lie, it was horrible. Now it's really worse than what you see here. Now Gabriel, Dillon was supposed to be this hero. Oregon Ducks could have taken a lot of players to play for their team. A lot of guys didn't want to go to Oregon. They're so much better than Colorado. It seems that Colorado has more people want to invest in their team versus Oregon. You know, the team that's supposedly a championship team. They're funded by Nike. They couldn't come through today, ladies and gentlemen. I was watching that game like, come on, bro. Before I keep talking, let's just go to the rest of the highlights I didn't show you yet.
Back is Zach Grace, and here's James. Connerly fell
Horrible.
down, and back is Zach Grace, and here's James. Connerly fell down, and
Jesus, bro. If Oregon played a top 25 score today, they would have lose today. Mark my words, it's going to be a long season for the Oregon Ducks. Look at this. Look at defense is seeming worse than Colorado's defense. Look at this. Pitiful defense. Oh, we're going to eat this year. We are going to eat this year. Pay attention.
Jack Lane, the Oregon native, setting up the throw to Hamper down the sideline, and he wins the jump ball.
Sorry, defensive backs. Look, I got 2 more highlights to show, but let me carry on with the show, man. I'm not trying to do this. I'm only trying to speak truth and facts. I have nothing against Oregon. They beat the hell out of us, Colorado that is, last year. When someone beats you that bad, what you have to do is not focus on trash talking. It's focus on the X's and O's. How can we improve and beat this team? But what Oregon has been doing is like, they won the Super Bowl. I know it's college football, but it feels like they won the Super Bowl when they beat Colorado. It seems like any team that beats Colorado, they get the yapping like they won against a 7-time national championship team. We know the envy and jealousy is real. To watch this coach says what he says. I never forgot about the speech that he did to diss Deion when Deion talked nothing but great about Dan Lanning. Dan Lanning claimed Deion is a clickbait artist and looking for views and clicks, but what you call this he was doing last year?
Rooted in substance, not flash, rooted in substance. Today, we talk with our pads. You talk with your helmet, right? Every moment. The Cinderella story is over, man, right? They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins. There's a difference, right? There's a difference. Right? This game ain't gonna be played in Hollywood, it's gonna be played on the grass. Right? It's gonna be played on the grass. Let's go.
I can tell you why he did that speech. I've never seen in my life a winning team, a coach who's supposed to be far superior than Deion Sanders, cry and do a passionate rant about a Cinderella team. You know, the team that won only one game prior to Deion Sanders' arrival with his Louis bags, had to get rid of some of the counterfeit bags. But that guy, you know, Deion Sanders, who arrived to an institution who only had one winning season in 20 years. It's like everybody has this prima donna mentality that we have to be, remember the Titans mode. Calm down, dude. The same guy that was doing all this crap, well, let's listen to what he had to say about this abysmal performance by the Oregon Ducks. Look at that. He addresses the sluggish win 24-14, and he speaks his piece.
His patience,
Excuses.
different than what we thought it might look like. On the same note, got to give a lot of credit to Idaho. They played a really a good game. They didn't give us anything for free. A lot of learning moments for us. Excited to watch the film and get back to work, because there's certainly some things that we can clean up. Great teams are able to learn from tight matches. This was a tight match. And we didn't create some of the explosive plays I was hoping that we could create offensively. Gave up a couple critical plays on defense. So certainly it's patience.
You didn't get to create those so-called explosive plays because Idaho stopped y'all. Everybody has a lot of things to say. It's the first game. People are gelling. But like I said, for Colorado's defense, you guys seem to not have a skill set for the defensive backs. They were getting eaten up on every single play. What you call this right here?
Completion 2 plays ago by Idaho to get into Ducks territory. Pressure again, sets up the screen perfectly to Nate.
Missing assignments, can't tackle, poor defense. Let's talk about it. No, I'm not even done yet. What about this one right here, guys?
Direct snap to the running back. Lane fakes a flip.
Unbelievable.
And he scores a touchdown.
I'll tell you what, the team that looked like the better team was Idaho. If not Idaho doing crucial mistakes after mistakes, flags after flags, Idaho would have easily beat Oregon. That's what scores don't show. So all these groupies who like commenting in the comment sections, getting mad at what guys like me got to say with facts and receipts, we don't listen to you groupies. In real life, if I was not on the internet, I wouldn't even have a conversation with some of you guys. I can tell by your emotional post, you don't watch the game. You watch ESPN highlights. You pick and choose who to choose as your new enemy to go up against. Really keyword jealousy based on Lanning, but let's go deeper. Now, the coach spoke about some of these things, and you guys are going to get mad at me, but he said it himself. Look at his statement. Different from what we thought it might look like. Gotta give credit to Idaho. They always give credit when they lose. He didn't give credit to Deion Sanders, right? Prior to the game or whatever. Hey, credit to a coach who won those games before playing us. Why not give him any credits? Because it was a hurt. The coach didn't get the same momentum that Deion Sanders had. They got Nike founding them over the years. Colorado has always been in the top percentage of teams. So it's like how this Meteor Core team that supposedly has a lack of talent, a baby coach such as Deion Sanders who's new in the Power 5, how are they getting more coverage? Deion Sanders didn't beg for this coverage. It's the prime effect. Just like Joe Klatt tell you, a lot of you people are going to give him love 20 times over. A lot of you haters are going to give him hate 20 times over. Deion didn't ask for this. He's a confident dude who has a lot of bravado, but he doesn't disrespect anybody. He takes a lot of beating from you haters, and once he finally responds, he's the bad guy. He's the hater. I really wish clowns like a Sean Keeler of the Denver Post or you haters would just say, I don't like the guy because of who he is. I would respect you so much. There would be no need for me to do these videos. And it goes more with the statements of Dan. He says we have to be a team that can generate some explosive plays. We weren't able to do that today. No ish, Sherlock. Of course you weren't able to do it. There was a team with a better defense than you and a better offense than you, but I'm gonna keep going. He says, I think you have to evaluate every team you're playing and see what they're doing systematically. I don't think it's always smart to run your quarterback whenever you have the opportunity. You know why he said that last statement? Let's put this talking braggadocious dude on the screen. When Deion has confidence like Dan Lanning, he's a disgrace. When Dan Lanning does what Deion is doing, wow, passionate. I seen ESPN clapping during that speech. They have it as one of their main centerpieces, but we know why. We're not gonna even get into the theory right now. We're gonna stick to facts. See, look at Dillon Gabriel's stats if y'all don't believe me. Let me take Dan Lanning's face out the picture. See, Dillon Gabriel threw for 380 yards and 2 touchdowns. If you're not a real football fan like me who lives and breathes football, then you're going to be one of these groupies in the comment sections talking about, what are you talking about? He played great. I'm laughing right now. He played great. He played outstanding. This man had to attempt 49 passes just to accomplish 380 yards. If you seen the check downs he was doing, it was pitiful. He was basically a game manager, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Dillon Gabriel was in that game, a game manager. What was the purpose of having a 6-year quarterback transfer to your university, one who's not even durable enough? He doesn't have an arm like they keep saying he has an arm. I'm a Florida boy. I seen him when he was at UCF. I couldn't wait for him to leave UCF. And they're playing way much better now since he went to Oklahoma, then transferred again at Oregon. Who wants a player like that? And I'm not trying to hate on the guy. Get over yourself, man. I guarantee Oregon loses minimum 4 games or more this year. For a team that's supposed to be a national championship team, a playoff team, this was pathetic. I understand teams don't do good during the first week. And by the way, to all of you who criticized Deion Sanders in Colorado football and said it was an embarrassing game for Colorado, what about Michigan State, who barely competed against FAU, Florida Atlantic University, or all these other teams we've seen today? What about Matt Rule in Nebraska? Did you see that awful game they played against UTEP? The only great thing about Nebraska against UTEP was their freshman quarterback, Raiola, which I've always spoken good things about him. I still think what he did to Georgia was wrong, but he's the only upside I can see in that team. But it's nonetheless, it's not going to help them. Just like the same last year with all that crap you were talking, we're going to run through Nebraska as well. And I'm going to do a video after this to show you with receipts why Nebraska is not nothing. And yet, where was the attacks that they threw at Matt Rule? Matt Rule, who supposedly is an aficionado, who's been in the game for almost 30 years, if not more, on this level. What's his excuse for losing? But we're not going to get the same attacks, are we? It seems that haters are only the haters will tell you, why are you white knights are here, but you weren't here 2 years ago for Colorado? I'm like, but the same logic could be applied to you haters. Why are you guys hating on Colorado today and you've never even talked about them for 30 years? But we know the truth. You don't get it, but we know the truth. You don't get it. It's always going to be because of this, but we're not going to get into that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ Bless One, the best one. I don't care about your feelings, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to yap and complain. I'm going to keep making these videos. You're going to be like your baby mama, and you're going to keep watching my video because she watches my videos. Look, y'all, I only come with receipts. Spare me the tears. Here's a tissue for all that crying. Ladies and gentlemen, love your family, love your kids, stay blessed. I'm DJ Bless One, the best one. Give me my theme song.
Heart been broke so many times.